Welcome to part 44 of Grand Theft Auto 4. After dealing with Chubby Charlie and that deal that went wrong, time for us to go check and see how Phil is doing, and more importantly, how Frankie and that heroin is doing. I risk life and limb for that, but we may risk more life than limb than what we need to, him to live and die in Alderney.
Okay, I'll see you later.
Yeah, okay.
You take care now.
I'll see you later. Give me a call.
Hey. It's not what it looks like.
Okay.
It's not like that. We talk. So do us all a favor and keep quiet.
Sure. But Phil, and I don't mean to take advantage, but maybe I need help one time. Maybe I can give you a call.
What do you mean?
I mean, I need to find something out about someone. Maybe you can help.
Are you fucking blackmailing me?
No! I'm asking for a favor. Why do you think I put my neck on the line for you? Because I need help with something.
You know, since you don't look like you're full of crap, how could I say no? Enough of this chit-chat. Come on, let's go. We're heading back up to that old house off Beaverhead Avenue in West Dyke. It's about time to pick up that H that my nephew's been sitting on.
It's just been sitting there?
Yeah, call it a cooling off period. We took it, but we don't know who was watching it beforehand.
So you just left it with Frankie?
Yeah, we put it in an isolated place. Hopefully any attention it was getting would be noticed. Frankie's one guy, he can disappear real easy if the feds show. Plus, he's a smart kid. He's related to my ex-wife, and she was smart enough to ruin my life with one lawsuit.
So it's been long enough. You think we're going to be okay to pick it up? No trouble?
Look, I don't ever assume something's gonna go down easy, without any trouble. That's what keeps me alive and out of the pen. We'll see when we get there.
As long as we don't see any helicopters, vans, suspicious gardeners talking into earpieces. If none of that's going on, then we're okay.
Yeah, you fucking laugh. Laugh all you want.
Niko would be wise to listen to Phil, because you never know who ratted to the cops. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge, part 45. And we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Anyway, when it comes down to it, you don't know how reliable the person you have watching something as delicate and serious as an entire truckload of heroin is. You never know who's watching, you never know who's there. I mean, Niko may be taking it as a joke, but it's absolutely serious. And he, if all people, should know, when it comes down to big money schemes that is against the law, chances are the cops are swarming the place and possibly lurking about, waiting for the right moment to strike. So, that means we will have to go and see what's going on and how things are looking as far as Frankie is concerned. You never know, he might be an actually reliable guy, like Phil said. I mean, he is related to Phil after all through marriage, but then again, you never know.
There you are. Frankie, you been keeping your eyes open out here? You seen anyone snooping around?
I ain't seen a soul, boss. It's a ghost house. I got the horse loaded into 2 cars for you.
I don't know, this don't feel right. Shit, Frankie, you dumb fuck! The feds have been watching us all along. Niko, get in
And now for the mission at hand. The whole gist of this mission is to make sure Phil does not get caught. At the same time, we lose the police. So, what we need to do is destroy any feds that get in Phil's way. Because obviously they're going to get into ours. Frankie is more than likely vulnerable at this point. So long as you're not the one who kills him, if Frankie should die, say by an accident, or he ends up getting shot by the police, it's pretty much going to be you and Phil throughout the rest of the mission. So yeah, he can die for his stupidity. I will say this though, 3/4 of this mission is going to be scripted pop-up traffic because the police tends to wreck into cars trying to do a PIT maneuver on Phil. And if you lag behind, see like this cop right here wrecked into a car, if you lag behind Phil long enough, or lag behind and lose track of him, Phil will automatically be caught. This is one of those chase missions where you cannot lose the tail. It's kind of different because if you try to catch up and you stray away from too long, Phil will end up being arrested by the police. There has been many times in this mission where even though Phil came to a complete stop, he was right in front of me, and when we were trying to take the cop out, I ended up failing the mission because he came to a complete stop. And as you can see there, again, pop-up traffic. Now this part, we gotta hurry up and catch up to him because I did not expect that to happen. That was an accident. He didn't stray away too far, thank God. So, one other thing you need to watch out for, as I just said, there are pop-up traffic everywhere, and also cops that appear out of nowhere trying to run Phil off the road. You have to watch out for the fact that some of these police officers will fire back, and when they do, they will disable your wheels. See, that cop was just... yeah, that cop was pretty much out of commission. And also, you just noticed that they said something about Phil being screwed if we're losing him. And I almost lost him that time. He's right up the street, and he came to a complete stop, and I almost cost myself the mission by being caught in the wall. But yeah, this can be tedious because at certain times, when Phil comes to a complete stop, the game may inadvertently cause you to fail. No, not inadvertently. May sometimes cause you to fail the mission because of the fact that the police will walk up to Phil's car and arrest him if he's at a complete stop, like so.
Frankie, Niko, grab the stuff from the trunk and follow me. I got a van we could use. More fucking bacon, shit!
Get out your carbine rifle and prepare for a big shootout. Well, not really that big of a shootout. Just simply go for headshots because these cops are wearing body armor, so it's not that easy to get rid of them. I managed to hit a couple of them in the head. That's why these guys went down so quickly. But there will be more armored dudes coming. Think of this as three-leaf clover, except there's less SWAT than what they were before. I will say this though. The less damage you take from this particular section right here, the easier it is for you to get away from the law. That is an all-time given. However, while this area in particular won't be the place where you take too much damage, even though I just took a few notches of damage, this area in particular shouldn't be a place where you take damage. When we're getting to the van is where we take the most damage, or would take the most damage if Phil and Frankie doesn't actually slow down and, you know, just took a few notches of damage. When we're getting to the van is where we take the most damage, or would take the most damage if Phil and Frankie doesn't actually slow down and, you know, just took a few notches of damage. not get into the van in time. You see, as soon as we get to the van, the police chopper starts shooting. This can be a pain, because 9 times out of 10, while they're shooting at you, and thankfully they missed a couple of shots, and thankfully they didn't kill Frankie. I forgot to mention this, if Frankie does not survive this little mission, you get half of a reward. Normally when the helicopters shoot, they flatten a tire or two. This is the first run I've had where the tires aren't flattened. Thank freaking God. I mean, trying to outrun the cops with a flat back wheel, a flat front wheel, or 2 flat tires, God forbid that has happened to me before, is a pain. And mind you, in a 3-star wanted meter, they will shoot back. That's all the more reason why I said the less damage you take, the better. Also, mind one thing, when there are cops that forms blockades and forms patrols, they will shoot again. They will try to shoot through the windshield and possibly kill you. So, with that said, the less damage you took from the shooting section with the cops, the better. I mean, you can't really avoid a 3-star. It's really unavoidable in this mission. However, you just have to outrun the law and try to lose him. And if Frankie is alive, he will be in the back shooting at the cops if they get too close. What you possibly want, or at least hope for, is that Frankie actually shoots the police officers and stop them in their tracks so that they will not be following you. Because if you turn around and shoot the cops, you're going to end up increasing your wanted meter. Good luck getting past a level 5 wanted meter with just a rumpo. It's just ridiculous, and it's not going to happen. Especially when they come with armored trucks. So it's best to let Frankie do the shooting if he happens to survive. If he doesn't, well, just pray that you've lost the cops by just driving past them. But then again, if they happen to come to the passenger side, Phil will actually shoot for the passenger side. And the only reason why Frankie will not actually continue shooting and waste bullets is because of the fact that the cops are too far away. Meaning we're going to lose the cops. It's not really that long of a chase, but again, having Frankie and Phil in this mission to try to get away from the cops is definitely a tedious thing, because these two will take forever to get into the van, and by that time the van would have been shot up by the helicopter. Again, consider me lucky that I did not have any flat tires. Speaking of this van actually plays an integral part in the final events of the game, provided you took an alternate route. Now,
You're damn right.
if you have took this route, bear in mind that this mission is a preview for that mission near the end of the game. And I promise you, it's a lot worse than what you think. In fact, screw that mission. I'm not doing that alternate route. I'm going for the canon ending. Thank you very much. So with that said, I will just drive this van over to the safe spot, and I will say goodbye to Phil, because this, if I was taking an alternate route, is the last mission for Phil of the game.
Nice driving, Niko. We're gonna be able to shift this H for a lot of money. Might just keep the Beggarino family's head above water. See you around.
And with that, we are done with To Live and Die in Alderney. We got 12 grand for that mission, And there is one question lingering. Why exactly were the feds over this truck in the first place? Well, we're gonna find out exactly who was responsible for that. I will see you guys next time in part 45 when we start back on Jimmy Pecorino's missions.